Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. Live from the FanStream Sports studios in North Dallas on a cloudy, dreary, hot day. I'm IndyCarTim, and sitting over there in the darkness of his hotel room in Kansas City, Kansas, is one Johnny, PGA of America professional, tour-winning, tournament-winning, scrambled participant Gerber today. How are you, Johnny?
That was actually the longest, best intro that you've ever done. You usually butcher this so bad. I'm coming in hot. Now. I know I'm coming in hot. We played a little tournament today. It was a lot of fun. It was a great section event today. So I'm coming in hot. It's going to be a short show for me. I apologize, everybody, as I've been traveling and I forgot to pack or take my laptop charger with me. So I'm going to jump on here for a couple, maybe the first segment, and then Tim's going to kind of take us home. But after this debacle of the betting of the Masters, most people certainly don't want to hear from me for at least a few days. So I'll give you a little breather for this show, and I'm sure most people aren't disappointed.
Well, I mean, most people tune in to see you because it's your show.
That's true. That's true. But
as soon as you leave, when your laptop dies here because it's at 18%, anybody has their laptop at 18%.
Well, it's less than that now, but hey, we'll try to get it in. We'll try to get it in. Like I said, it is after this week, we're going to be in a little better spot, setting up a nice little studio here in Kansas City, as I'll be here opening up a couple golf schools here through the summer. So we're looking forward to that. And you're going to visit Kansas City here with me. I'm
going to be there this weekend champ. For like a day. Because you wouldn't let me stay till Sunday.
They can't handle you here. They can't handle both of us here. First off, they barely can handle me. And you for sure, both of us together. So we got one day of causing havoc, and after that one day, they might kick me out. Who knows?
Out of Kansas City?
Yes.
Out of Olathe, whatever it's called. Where are you at now?
I'm in Overland Park.
Overland Park's nice.
It's really nice.
Overland Park.
I do too. It's one of the best. It's Frisco's similar. They're ranked like top 5 best suburbs in the country. They are. It's really nice. I'll tell you, its cool part is when I've been here a lot over the past 8, 9, 10 months. I've warmed up to it. It's a little slow for me, but I've never heard a siren in Overland Park, like either a fire,
except for tornado sirens.
Yeah, tornado, but like a police
Plenty
siren,
of those.
There's no crime. It's pretty. I mean, we're 20 miles, 25 miles south of KC.
You know what I'm hearing right now?
Sirens.
I'm hearing a challenge.
What?
So Friday night when I'm in town, we got to cause some sirens.
No,
challenge
please,
accepted.
No. That's why you're only here. I'm going to change your flight. You're going to drive back up with me, and then I'm going to fly you out on Friday at 5:00. How about that?
Oh God, that would be terrible. It's already bad enough. I got to leave Friday like at 5 or something. And I got to wait 8 hours to get home because I got to go to like Philly, Atlanta, Boston, Ottawa, Los Angeles to get all the way to Dallas.
It's only 6 hours.
Direct flights for $150.
There's not.
I could have driven in that time.
No, you don't want to do that. You're driving up. You don't want to do that. You don't want to drive back.
I'm going to sleep all the way up there.
That's fine.
Johnny, we don't have time for this kind of talk.
I know. Let's get it.
We're wasting time. You know why? Because we had one of the greatest, most entertaining golf tournaments I have ever watched on TV this week. As Scottie Scheffler wins his second Masters in 3 years, and he shouldn't have going into Sunday. If I was a betting man, and I am, but I didn't have money. If I was a betting man, I would not have bet on him to win Sunday before they teed off with everybody tied. Right. I was like, this ain't happening for Scottie. He doesn't have it. The course is hard. He's losing it. Everybody's losing it except for Max Homa and Ludwig Aberg. I would have picked one of those guys to come out on top before the round started on Sunday, and of course I would have lost. But
and we
good God almighty, what a freaking performance. And you know me, I'm not a Scottie guy.
Right.
But after watching that on Sunday, him just completely tame the course to make himself the story on Sunday rather than let the course be the story as it was the previous 3 rounds. While the other guys were double bogeying just about everything. Oh, we lost Johnny. Johnny's dead. I think his laptop just died. We might get Johnny back, but probably not. For Scottie Scheffler to make himself the story on Sunday, to me, that was just incredible. That was more than incredible. That was a performance. And I know they throw this around here, Tiger-esque. No, Scottie Scheffler is not Tiger Woods. But I am telling you, what he turned in on Sunday was nothing short of a Tiger-esque performance. It was amazing. And again, you guys that watch the show know that I am not a Scottie Scheffler guy. But, man, I can't not cheer for the guy when he's putting up numbers like that, when he's hitting shots like that. And it would be one thing if everybody else was doing it too. But Scottie Scheffler showed me something, and a lot of you Scottie Scheffler fans are going to say, well, he's been doing that for a year. Well, no, he hasn't. He didn't play like that last year. I saw something different in Scottie Scheffler. I saw a fight in him that I've never seen before. I saw emotion from him that I've never seen before out of Scottie Scheffler. Maybe it's the beard. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the beard. Maybe it's and think about the personal stuff he's dealing with right now. Meredith's going to have a baby any day now. And he is miles away in Georgia while his wife's in the hospital, ready to give birth at any minute. And by the way, he had plans to leave as soon as she called and said, I'm going into labor. He was going to drop everything, supposedly, and head home for the birth of their first child. And I don't know that's a whole nother thing we can get into in a little bit. How'd you like to be that kid if your mom went into labor with you while your dad's on the back 9 leading the Masters by 4 strokes? And now he left and withdrew with, 5 holes to play. And you were the reason he didn't get the win that year. I don't know that Scheffler would have done that. But, for all of the stuff that all of the golfers went through the previous 3 rounds, and this is the kind of golf that I love to watch. I love when the course is hard. I love when the course wins. You had Bryson at 7 under to lead the tournament on Thursday. And you had the leaders at 6 under on Sunday. That's amazing to me. I love that. That's how golf should be. That's how the courses should be. And that's what I enjoyed seeing. But what I saw out of Scottie Scheffler on Sunday, especially the back 9, it was nothing short of spectacular. It was nothing short of, Tiger-esque. And yes, he's got a long way to go to be Tiger. I mean, to be anything close to Tiger. We don't have a Tiger right now. Tiger definitely is not Tiger anymore after we saw what we saw from him this week. And, he did everything he could just to make the cut as we get into Tiger talk for a little bit. Everything he could do to make the cut. And then by the time the weekend came, he had nothing left. He had absolutely nothing left. He was playing with Neil Shipley, the amateur grad student from Ohio State, on Sunday. By the way, kudos to Neil Shipley. That dude's got a future on this tour if that's what he decides he wants to do. Out shooting Tiger as they played it in the same pairing on Sunday. That had to be such a ridiculous experience for him to play alongside Tiger in that setting and on that course. And just amazing for him. Look out for him. But, Scottie, Colin Morikawa, Max Homa, Ludwig Oberg. Like I was telling Johnny at the start of the show, if you had asked me Sunday going into the final round, who I thought out of those four was going to walk away with it, I probably would have said Oberg. Yes, I know it's his first. I know he's inexperienced, but you know what? All week, that didn't seem to care. Nobody cared that he was inexperienced. He didn't care that he was inexperienced. He was killing it. He was shooting shots, making scores that nobody else could just to be in the running. And make no mistake, he did not lose the tournament at what did he finish at? 7 under. Scottie Scheffler just walked away with it in the back nine. And it really started with 3 straight birdies there at the turn. That when that happened, you just thought, all right, this is probably going to be it. He then pulled away. You know, he's the number 1 ranked golfer in the world for a reason. And for him to put on performances like he did, finish at 11 under in those conditions, and of course, Sunday, get the words out. Sunday was the best conditions to play in. And then probably Friday was close, but I think a little less better with the winds. But Friday and Saturday was just ridiculous. And for Scottie and Oberg and Max Homa, Colin Morikawa more on Saturday, for them to do what they did and to come away with the scoring that they did and just to be in contention on Sunday was nothing short of a miracle. And it really shows those guys are in a different class. They were in a different class on Sunday. We'll get into some of the also rans because I've got some extreme disappointment for a couple of guys. Well, a lot more than a couple, but we're going to talk about a couple. But Scheffler finished at 11 under, 4 strokes completely clear of the field. He was the overwhelming favorite, but that usually doesn't mean anything. Well, when it's Scheffler, it means something. That doesn't mean you should bet on him because you're not going to make any money. His value is terrible unless you want to bet $500 to make $100. It's just not a good value. He did nothing to dissuade his supporters here over the first 3 rounds, either leading or staying within a single stroke of the lead after 18, after 36, and after 54 holes as they all entered Sunday's finale. What was once a 2-stroke lead after 3 holes became a 4-way tie as they entered the turn Sunday. And then something flipped in Scottie. He flipped the switch. He focused, whatever it is that he does. Maybe he said a prayer. I don't know. I didn't realize what an extremely holy person he is, or what a religious person he is until I watched some of the press conference. And you know what? Good for him. If that's what you want to do, that's great. Nothing against it. I still don't think God's cheering for you or any other athlete over others. But so be it. He added that 3 birdie stretch from numbers, I think it was 8 to 10. And then scored 3 more birdies on 13, 14, and 16. Just to keep Oberg, who was hot on his tail up until that point, kind of at arm's length. And again, Oberg playing well really had no chance. No chance. And Oberg finishing second. Homa and Morikawa kind of imploded, whatever you want to call it, on the back nine. But still, overall, great showings by those guys. So Scheffler becomes on Sunday the 18th man to win at least two Masters. And he did so for the first time over a 3-year span since Bubba Watson did it back in 2012 and 2014. He's also the 4th youngest 2-time Masters champion. He's the 8th golfer to win the first 2 major championships of his career at Augusta National. That's saying something right there. So, you know, he's the 2nd fastest to have 2 green jackets, the quickest to the achievement in 88 years, as Horton Smith in 1936 was the quickest. So whatever you want to say about Scottie Scheffler, whatever you want to do about the comparisons to Tiger Woods, whatever you want to do And again, I was not a Scheffler fan. I mean, I was at first, but to me, he got really boring really quick. But man, he showed, I'm not just talking about his game play on the course. I'm talking about his tenacity, his dog, the dog inside of him, the fight, his just absolute gumption. And man, he showed some emotion this week. And that's what I want to see out of him. That's what I want to see out of these guys. Just have some personality and let your personality show on the course. Max Homa is my favorite golfer on the course for a reason. He's a great follow on social media, by the way. You guys should go follow Maxie. He and I have some great back and forths there on the X machine. But that's all I need to see. So, Scheffler made the game look easy on Sunday, but it clearly was anything but. I mean, just look at the other scores, the other guys. And Scheffler didn't play flawless golf either. His iron play was not exceptional. His putting wasn't great for the most part. And again, he's got his pregnant wife at home instead of right there on the course by his side, which he is used to. And make no mistake, that is a big deal for a golfer's mental game. When you've got a family member, your wife, your spouse, whatever, right there with you. When you're used to that being there and they're not there, and especially in the circumstances that they are dealing with her being pregnant and not being there, being 1,000 miles away, man, it would have been easy for him to have excuses about, it's just not my week. But he didn't let that happen. And that showed me a lot out of Scottie Scheffler that I'd like to see in other golfers, to be quite honest, that we don't see on a regular basis on the tour. And I don't know, it's disappointing sometimes. I was disappointed in Scheffler for a year. Predicted he would not win a tournament going into the season. Well, I was right for like 4 months, right? But you know what? I'm happy to be wrong about that because his wins this year have been just outstanding. On Sunday, he sort of fixed his deficiencies in his swing, I thought, a little bit, and just found himself in an absolute dogfight with Aberg. Morikawa was in on it. Max Homa, they were all right there on his heels. But, Scheffler was better at saving pars than they were. He made less mistakes. He didn't make no mistakes. He made less mistakes than they did. And when he did make mistakes, he didn't suffer those mistakes as much as they did. He was able to make things better after his errant shots more than they could. And man, make no mistake, that course was a beast. I've never seen more guys more frustrated with a golf course collectively than I did at this tournament. Some of it was the wind, some of it was the greens, some of it was just nobody could find the right spot. Nobody could find the right spot. And it was for me, it was fun to watch because that's what I like to see in golf. I like to see these guys struggle from time to time. Maybe not every week, but I love to see these guys struggle. And to me, that's a big deal. And, I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. Hit us up here on the FanStream Sports Studio text line 214-937-0569. Or if you're watching the video, just send us a chat. We'll see it here on the screen, and we'll put it on the screen, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have on all of our video platforms, wherever we are. Or if you're listening live on the FanStream Sports app that you can download for Android or iPhone, again, you can use the text line 214-937-0569. Be happy to talk to you there. Or if you're listening to the recorded podcast long after we're off the air live, any of our shows, use that same number, 214-937-0569, to send a message to the studio. And as soon as we see it, we will reply. And if we like it, we'll put you on one of the shows and talk a little bit about it. This is From the Rough. I am IndyCarTim. We are on FanStream Sports. This is your 2024 Scottie Scheffler Masters Recap Show. Coming up on the other side, we're going to talk a little bit about the other guys that played, what they did, maybe what was going through their heads a little bit. And then we've got some audio/video. If you're on video here to watch, I want to play a little bit of the press conferences with some of these guys. I've got Max Homa's post-tournament kind of interview there, course side. We've got Lance Lance. Ludwig Oberg's presser. We've got Scottie Scheffler's presser. And then Scottie had an interesting thing that I saw, and man, this is how you know these guys are good. As he recounts every club that he used on the course to bogey and birdie, and it will tell you exactly from memory what he was doing when those things occurred. Short little video that I thought was great. We'll be back after this here on FanStream Sports.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about turf life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim, your host. Our golf professional, PGA of America member, Mr. Johnny Gerber, apparently didn't pack his laptop charger. So if you are a fan of the John Gerber free From the Rough, you got it the rest of the way. Another 35 minutes or so here on FanStream Sports on From the Rough. It's weird because it's his show, right? So it's kind of odd. But we'll do what we can here. Got some interviews here to play for you guys as we discuss the 2024 Masters, the 88th Masters, as Scottie Scheffler wins his second green jacket at 11 under, just with a dominating, and I'll say it again, Tiger-esque performance on Sunday. Just ridiculous performance. We went through a lot of that there in the first segment. Thought we'd spend the second segment here since Johnny's not here to give us his incredible insight. I wanted to play some pressers for you guys. First, though, I wanted to treat you to, and this is just how good these guys are, man. And look, the only competitive golf I've ever played was in high school. And, our coach in high school, Coach Stockton, God rest your soul, Coach Stockton, one of the greatest men outside of my father that I think I've ever known, had the privilege of knowing, taught me a lot of life lessons. I know guys that, play sports like that at that age, your football coaches, your basketball coaches, they're sort of mentors too. And he always told all of us, after a golf tournament, you should be able to recall every single shot you hit on the course. And I could do that when I was playing a lot, when I was good and when I was about my 5 handicap, I could do that. So it's really no surprise. It's just, to me, it's a fun parlor trick. It's a fun game, right, to hear them do that. Let's hear Scottie now as he gets asked and recaps his clubs that he had in his bag and what he was using to make what shots.
Birdies and bogeys. So number 3, I used a driver and a lob wedge and a putter. And then I bogeyed on 4. I hit a 3-iron over the green, parred 5, parred 6. 7 was unusual because I hit driver, 4-iron, lob wedge, and then missed the putt for par. Number 8 was driver, 3-iron, lob wedge. Number 9 was driver, lob wedge. 10 was driver, pitching wedge. 11 was a bogey. That was driver, 7-iron, lob wedge. 13 was driver, 4-iron. 14 was 3-wood wedge. 16 was an 8-iron. And then those pars.
Great.
Okay.
That's an awesome trick to me that he can do that just without even really thinking about it. He just rattled that off in about 30 seconds. And look, I know that's what they're supposed to do. I know that's how they're taught. These guys are good. I get it. But it's still fun to watch, right? Like, it's still fun to hear about it. Don't have Colin Morikawa audio, but let's hear from Max Homa and what his thoughts were after the tournament.
Very patient. I would say frustrating at times, but also really, really pleased with it. I don't know what more I could have done. Could have seen some putts go in, but I didn't hate how I putt. Started the ball in line a lot. The greens got really fast, so adjusting to that took a couple holes, and just hard to get it close to the hole. Didn't play the par 5s well on the front, got a funky lie on 2, but other than that, I was pretty happy with that.
Seemed like you were playing pretty conservative off the tee on par 5s, and was that part of your game plan? Kind of walk us through the strategy off the tee.
I just don't draw my driver real well. I can hit that low hook with the 3 that goes far. So, I had a 5-iron into 2. That wasn't a lack of aggression, I don't think. It just fit better, and it goes as far as my cut, a perfect cut. And then 8, I played conservatively up the left so I could have a full number in my 3rd. And then 13 is probably the one where I guess if I wish I could do something, it would be what Bryson did. But we kind of have to play that one just to, if we have a great number, we'll go. I could have gone today. So, and then 15, I have to hit the nuts if it's into the wind in general. And I actually just wanted to make a smooth swing. I would say that was the most conservative, but I kind of like it because I watched what he did, and it's a hard second shot with how firm the greens are to that pin. So I think if there was a back right pin, something that fit a little better, I might give it a little more off the tee. But I don't know. It's been working. I'm a very good wedge player, so I like to rely on that.
Max, not really being in the mix, obviously, in majors yet. Can you, I know you're just off the course for the round here, but can you speak to what you'll think about tonight and just kind of how stoked you are about being
here tomorrow? I played today with a ton of gratitude and appreciation for the opportunity to do this. I'm really glad I get to do it again tomorrow, and I'm going to remind myself I'm a dog, and I'm ready for this moment.
Are you one who imagines it happening, or are you one who try to stay present? All the different cliches, like where you kind of fall in the spectrum of those things.
All of it. If I catch myself, thinking about what could go wrong, I let myself dream about what could go right. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I didn't know what was going to happen today. If you told me I made no birdies today, I would have thought I imploded. So you just kind of go with the flow. So I let myself go both ways, but once I'm playing, I'm very present.
And this was a great performance by Maxie. And again, for those of you that don't know, you don't watch the show very often. He's my guy. He's my golfer. He's my favorite golfer that plays regularly anymore. Sorry, John Daly, you're my guy too, but you're never on the course anymore. So I got to pick somebody that at least plays. You know what I mean? So Maxie's my guy. We have some great back and forths on the X machine. Sometimes he's a good guy. We're going to have him here on the show here coming up this year at some point, he promised. So that'll be fun to do. But, I feel like Max Homa is sort of just like kind of right there, right? Like he's like this close from making it big, from stupid phrase for golf, making it big, but from winning a major. I really think he is. He's getting settled down now. I think when things going on with his personal life, nothing bad was happening to him. Just a lot of distractions, as these guys often have, especially these younger guys who, start their pro careers being single with really nothing to distract them except golf, to guys that get married, you start having kids, and then priorities change. And that's okay. That's life. That's what it's kind of what we're supposed to deal with. But a lot of times it will affect these guys' games. It affects the mental focus for some of these guys. And you see it all the time with all of them, except apparently Scottie Scheffler. Now let's see if things change when he's got a little baby around. All right. He's just been dealing with the marriage and the pregnancy so far. We'll see how things change for Scottie Scheffler once he's got a baby walking around, taking up a lot of his time. But you know what? Hey, that's, I'm a father. All of you fathers out there, you know how it is. It's the greatest thing in the life to be a parent, and kids are the greatest, even though you will hear me frequently say kids are the worst. But that's how it is. So we'll see how Scottie reacts. But man, things coming for Big Max Homa. There's no question that he's well on his way, and we are all rooting for him. Let's hear from Ludwig Aberg and what his thoughts were here. We won't play the entire presser, but we're going to get a few of his thoughts here early on.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Ludwig Aberg to the interview center. Ludwig, it's your first major championship. It's your first Masters. You secured a runner-up finish. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Could you give us your thoughts on the experience, please?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, playing here at Augusta National is a dream come true. Just to be in this situation and to feel the nerves and feel the pressure walking down the last couple holes is what you dream of. This is what I've been wanting to do for such a long time, and it's quite surreal to actually have the opportunity to experience it. But I'm so proud of me, myself, and all the people in my team and my family and everyone involved.
Thank you. We'll take questions in both English and Swedish. Yes, please.
Congratulations. Can you talk about...
I didn't know there was a Swedish. I thought they spoke English.
Do the best, and I guess in your
shows how much I know.
Always expect to do the best, but how great a result is this for you? And don't be humble. What do you see in the future for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a competitor, you should expect those things from yourself, and that's the same with me. I felt like coming into this week, I felt like I was playing well and I was swinging the way I wanted to, and but there's so much more to golf. There's a lot of things that needs to come together, and I felt like we did a lot of good stuff the last couple of weeks. We've been working on a few things, me and my team, my coaches, and it's nice to see that kind of come through on this stage, and to know that I'm able to pull off a certain amount of shots and hit the putts the way I wanted to, and it's just very encouraging, and I want to do it again and again, I think.
But can you talk a bit about what you see yourself doing in the future? What are your goals? What are your dreams?
Yeah, I mean, I think, everyone in my position, they're going to want to be major champions. They're going to want to be world number ones, and it's the same for me. That's nothing different, and it's been that way ever since I picked up a golf club, and that hasn't changed. So I think I'm just, this week solidifies that a lot of those things are there, and we just need to keep doing those things and put ourselves in the positions to win tournaments, I think.
John?
Ludwig, Scottie's kind of shown himself to be the best player in the world for quite some time now. has he reached the stage, do you think, where his kind of mere presence on the leaderboard makes a difference to those around him? What did you feel like today?
I think maybe yes and no. It is, I mean, obviously Scottie is an unbelievable golf player, and I think we all expect him to be there when it comes down to the last couple of holes of a tournament, and he's proven it again and again, and I think, he makes us better. He makes you want to beat him, obviously, and that's the same for me and the same for everyone else in this field, I think.
You did a better job than anyone else of kind of staying with him, if you like. But were you aware of it was him rather than just someone else?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I keep an eye on the leaderboard. Every time you see a leaderboard, you look at it. And I think it's important to know what's at stake and how you're standing and all these things. And trying to figure out, what can you do on 15 and all these things. And that's the same for me. I've always been that way. It was like that in college too. And, it just happens to be Scottie up there a lot.
So, yeah, Ludwig Aberg, again, there's no question he's going to win one of these things coming up pretty quick. And it's the fact that he was in contention at a Masters, his first Masters, I think says a lot about his makeup. And not even just that it was his first Masters, it was his first Masters. And he was dealing with the course conditions that they were. The course conditions, the wind, the freaking concrete greens that these guys couldn't get anything to stop on, as you routinely had some of the best players in the world putting off the green, chipping over the green, through the green on a regular basis. And the fact that he was able to be up there, he started on Thursday with a 73. He then shot 3 straight under par rounds, including the only round in the 60s on Friday. In those conditions on Friday, he was in the second to the last group on Sunday, and he was feeling the greens. I don't care what those greens looked like. I don't care how fast they were, how firm they were. He didn't care. He on Sunday, he birdied 2 and then he birdied 9. He went into the final 9 holes on a Sunday in his first Masters in those conditions with a share of the lead. But he got a little too aggressive, which, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. Did it cost him the tournament? No, because Scottie was going to pull away anyway, I think in hindsight. And I liked that the young kid was going to be aggressive. He wasn't out here just to show up. He wasn't out here to finish second, which he did, and there's no shame in that. He was going to win it. And he got a little aggressive going down the hill into the 11th green. He found the water. It led to a double bogey, his only drop shots of the day. So, again, he pars that hole. You know what? He loses the tournament by 2 instead of 4. All right. But I'm not going to fault him for being aggressive. I thought it was great. He bounced back with 2 birdies on his next 3 holes. And he was the only one all day on Sunday that ever put any pressure on Scheffler. But you know what? By then, the damage, I think, was done. And you know what? He'll learn from his mistakes. Johnny Gerber here on the show always says that the Masters and these majors, your success is predicated on your experience. And that's probably true 99% of the time, I think. But this is a kid that learned a lot over 4 days. And I don't think, clearly, it's not going to just benefit him at the Masters next year. It's going to benefit him in the other 3 majors this year, I think. Just the mindset. I love the mindset for him to be aggressive and to not sit back. If that's the kind of golfer he's going to be. And you know what? His comparison to another guy on the tour right now is Scottie Scheffler. The 2 guys, their mannerisms are very much alike. Their demeanor is very much alike. Their styles of play are very much alike. And, if anybody over the next few years is going to challenge Scottie Scheffler for the number 1 ranking in the world, it could be very well the mini Scottie, which is Ludwig Aberg. So, it is what it is for him. He, didn't sound dejected. Clearly he's disappointed he lost, and he should be. But hey, no shame, man, in any of that. Morikawa and Homa looked really strong, I thought, early on Friday, and really for the tournament.
looked really, really good. But again, too many mistakes down the stretch, too many double bogeys. And look, we just talked about Oberg. One double bogey was too much, and those guys had multiples on Sunday. I thought Homa, as we talked about, dude, he looked like a surgeon around Augusta. Choosing his spots, landing his balls, hitting his irons, just better than I think I've ever seen him. And I've watched him play a lot of golf. You had Cam Smith, Bryson, your Thursday leader, Bryson, at 7 under. He was in the running on Sunday for a little bit. He kind of imploded a little bit on the front and ended up finishing T6 at 2 under. Again, I'm not cheering for any of the live golf guys, but I don't wish bad things on Bryson by any stretch. I don't cheer for him to win, but I don't think bad things for him at all. Let's take a quick listen here to a little bit of Scottie's winning press conference and hear what he had to say.
The 18th player to win multiple Masters at the podium after his performance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to welcome our 2024 Masters champion, Scottie Scheffler. Scottie, congratulations on your great victory. 2 years after your breakthrough here at Augusta National, here you are again in a green jacket as a 2-time Masters champion. Can you describe your emotions as you hit your final putt today?
Yeah, I'm glad I brought my stroke average, my putting average down on 18. That was nice. Down to 5 strokes and 2.5 is my average. So that's not bad. No, it's hard to put into words how special this is. It's been a long week, a grind of a week. The golf course was so challenging, and to be sitting here wearing this jacket again and getting to take it home is extremely special.
Great. Let's open up to questions. John.
Scottie,
he's not answering questions.
Question one, I see you've got some kinesiology tape on. I assume that's from your neck. And 2, how was this Sunday morning different than the Sunday morning 2 years ago?
Yeah, the Sunday morning was definitely different. Yeah, instead of just me and Mary at the house, I had a couple of my buddies with me, and we sat and relaxed. Tried not to think about golf, but it was increasingly difficult. But they were great support for me this morning. Yeah, it was a long morning, but it was well worth it. I'm glad to be sitting here now.
Don.
Scottie, many congratulations. Your rivals will be hoping that at some point you're going to take your eye off the ball. By the time of the next major in a month's time, you'll have a baby in your arms. What are the chances that you think you will take your eye off the ball?
Well, I'm definitely not going to intentionally take my eye off the ball. I will go home, soak in this victory tonight. We'll definitely enjoy the birth of my first child. But with that being said, I still love competing. My priorities will change here very soon. My either son or daughter will now be the main priority, along with my wife.
How does he not know what his kid's going to be?
Probably 4th in line.
It's 2024. Everyone knows what their kid's going to be before it's born.
I still love competing. I don't plan on taking my eye off the ball anytime soon. That's for sure.
Doug.
Scottie, what do you consider the most important shot you hit today?
The most important shot? I would say the best momentum turner that I had today was the birdie putt on 8. I had 2 really good shots in there along the green. I had an extremely difficult pitch that I hit up there about 10, 12 feet from the cup, and it was a challenging read because it turned early and it was really straight at the end. So it was a putt that you really had to start on line and hope it held its line. And I poured that one in, and then it kind of gave me some good momentum, and I used that to birdie 9 and 10 and, keep pushing because I knew there was birdies out there on the back 9. I had a lot of really talented players trying to chase me down, and I knew pars weren't going to get it done.
Can you explain the difference of how it feels emotionally between 4 putting the last green and 1 putting?
1 putting is significantly easier. Yeah, I tried not to let my emotions get the best of me this time. I kept my head down. I don't even think I took my hat off and waved to the crowd when I was walking up 18. I did my best to stay in the moment. I wanted to finish off the tournament the right way, and I got to soak it in there after 1 putting instead of 4 putting, which was a little bit better.
Chris.
Scottie, Colin was talking about how much farther that you were than him on a couple of holes and how, much of an advantage that is. Do you see it as just a massive mental advantage when you're, a couple 100 yards or 50, 100 yards ahead of Colin?
I mean, I don't know if I was that far ahead.
50 yards, 30 yards.
Colin may have exaggerated a little bit, but yeah, I drove the ball really well this week. I was hitting it hard. Today was a day where I was able to swing freely, and around this place, I mean, distance is very important around this golf course. The fairways are fairly wide, and when the greens are this firm, you have to have short clubs going into these greens, especially with the little areas there are to where they put the pins. And so I would say I was swinging a bit harder this week than I would at a normal PGA Tour event, just because there's a bit more room off the tee. At a regular tour stop or U.S. Open or something like that, my tee height may be a little bit lower and I might be hitting more different types of shots. But a lot of the drives I hit this week, I was just teeing it high and hitting it hard. That's pretty much it.
Ann.
Congratulations, Scottie. I know you said you kept your head down all day, basically, but at any point did you allow yourself to enjoy the lead you had?
Enjoy the lead? No. I think just like any human would, your mind starts to wander a little bit out there on the golf course. I mean, we're out there for 4 or 5 hours at a time.
Well, that chick's in there anyway.
Your mind wander. I tried to soak in stuff around me today. I looked up at the trees at times. I looked up at the fans occasionally and tried to soak in, some of their energy, but did not ever let myself get attached to the lead. I just tried to keep pushing. I mean, I think if I would have played a little bit defensively, it would have been a significantly different finish. I went for the green and 2 on 13, was able to make birdie. I attacked the pin on 14, was able to make birdie. Went for it again on 15, was able to make a nice par, and I hit a really good shot there into 16 to make birdie. And so, if I was just trying to play for pars the whole back 9, I would have been standing there on 18, having to make par, and hoping Ludwig would only make a par. And so around this golf course, you have to stay aggressive. You have to hit the right shots. There's no way around it out here. You can't play too defensive and you can't play too aggressive. You just got to hit the right shots.
All right, there you go. Scottie Scheffler's post-win press conference there at Augusta National Golf Club as he wins his 88th, or he wins the 88th, not his 88th. That'd be like some kind of record, I think, if he won his 88th Masters in his 20s still. That would be pretty impressive. As he wins his second green jacket in 3 years here at the 88th Masters in Augusta. We're going to take our last break of the show, talk a little bit about the picks, Johnny's picks, my picks, go over those where we failed miserably this week. But keep in mind, it's a long season. We'll pick it back up. So don't fret. You got to keep following. You got to follow. You got to play. Can't win if you don't follow along. And it's a week-to-week thing. You can't pick and choose where you want to bet. You got to bet every week. You got to play every week for the system to work for you. So we'll talk a little bit about that here on the other side. We are from the Rough Rider on FanStream Sports. I am IndyCarTim. Johnny's laptop battery died. I know it's great thinking, right? Just great planning ahead. Great, I don't know, I guess preparation. Whatever. He played in a golf tournament today that they allegedly won, although I have yet to look up the scores. They're at the, the mid whatever PGA section up there in Ohio and in Kansas City. So maybe we'll review some of those scores for Johnny as we come back right here on From the Rough.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there. Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports as we wrap things up on a Recap Monday on a Johnny Gerber free show. For those of you that have waited and waited for one of those, it's been a while. But with the way his schedule is, we might just have to do more of these things. This was fun. I'm not going to lie. I don't like doing these shows by myself because I'm not real good at it, to be honest with you. Contrary to popular belief, I can't just keep talking. I need other people to interact with me. But it's been fun today for sure. As Johnny, this is not a travel situation. This is he forgot his charger for his laptop situation and was at about 18% when the show started, and he didn't even make it through, I think, like 6 minutes. So it is what it is here as we carry on with our 88th Masters recap show. Congratulations once again to Scottie Scheffler as he wins his second green jacket in 3 years, and he is well on his way to, I don't know, I'm not going to say 15 majors or 16 majors or 18 majors, but certainly he's young enough, right, and playing well enough to make a run at some of these. And, for the first two to be Masters championships, that's saying something. I think that's pretty good. But anyway, let's get into our picks as we turn back the camera there. There we go. I don't know, which ones do you guys like better? Maybe you guys can text in or find me on Twitter or the X and let me know. You like the side view or do you like the front view better? I don't know. I struggle with all these things. They said there was no decision making in this job, but here we are. Let's get over to our picks and our predictions that we had on our preview Wednesday. I'm not going to do Johnny's picks justice here, but I will discuss them with you briefly as we introduce Johnny's winning picks. And we'll go over mine first because I can take ownership of mine. And again, I only pick for fun. You guys don't follow my picks. That's what Johnny's are for. But I pick a winner, a top 10, and a top 20. Had a hit on my top 20. And I will tell you, my 130-1 winning pick of Chris Kirk looked really silly on Friday. But dude finished T16 and was in contention. Not to win, but he was up there. So I'll give myself a little pat on the back there for that one because I'm a little impressed at myself. My top 10 of Hideki Matsuyama, former champion at plus 170. He finished T38. Things did not go well for Hideki early on, much like everyone else at the tournament. including Scottie. Scottie didn't have a great Thursday. But, again, it doesn't matter because he's Scottie Scheffler. My top 20 did hit. Cam Young at plus 140. He finished in the top 10 at T9. So, big hit for me. Not a hit because, again, I don't bet these. These are just for fun picks for me. But I have fun doing it. You guys seem to enjoy when I put them out there. The graphics are new. Johnny sort of talked me into doing that because we do such great graphics for him. Speaking of Johnny's picks, let's get into his. As he gives you 3 winners, a ham sandwich, which is basically his long shot. He gives you 2 top 10s and 2 top 20s. His winners had a close call with Xander Schauffele at 14-1. Again, it wouldn't have paid much, but it would have been a winner. He finished in 8th place alone, sole possession of 8th place. Victor Hovland at 40-1 to win, missed the cut, as a lot of dudes did. It's going to be a recurring theme here on Johnny's card. Tony Finau at 40-1 finished T55. He was on TV quite a bit there on the weekend and didn't play horribly, but man, the course got the best of him early on and over the weekend. Johnny's ham sandwich, Justin Thomas at 55-1 to win, missed the cut. And I don't know if I've been more disappointed in the play of this guy, of Justin Thomas, and then our first top 10 that missed the cut, as Johnny had Jordan Spieth at plus 200 for the top 10, also missed the cut. I don't know if I've been more disappointed in 2 golfers and their performances and just lack of guts, lack of want, lack of gumption. That's the second time today I've used the word gumption. Maybe I hadn't used it in 20 years. But, man, I just was extremely disappointed the way both of these guys approached the week, approached the tournament. Just give up performances for both of these guys. And you got to start wondering about Jordan Spieth. Does he still have it? Is he ever going to get it again? And he's one of these guys I was talking about earlier that, you know what, got married, started having kids, and he's got all these distractions. Will he ever regain the focus that he had when he was younger? Man, I don't know. I hope so. I hope so for JT. I don't know what's going on with JT in his game. I thought he would bounce back after the worst year of his career last season. And he did a little bit at the beginning, but, man, he has shown nothing recently. Russell Henley plus 350. Johnny had in his top 10. He finished T38. In the top 20 for Johnny, Adrian Meronk at plus 360 for top 20. He missed the cut. That's not really a surprise. And out of all the people that hit on Johnny's card, in the top 20, Patrick Reed at plus 190 finished T12 inside the top 20 for a hit on Johnny's card. Little bit of money. Johnny also went 0-5 on the weekend matchups. Did not, again, man, the course is, those matchups had to be impossible to pick. The way the course was playing. I don't know how he came across these. We're not going to go over those. I don't have time. But, again, the hit on the Patrick Reed in the top 20 for you. But, again, you got to follow Johnny's system. He's down a little bit this year, but it's a long year. He'll pick you back up. I promise. It happens every year. Starts a little bit slow, then catches his groove. And, you know, he'll finish way, way, way in the plus by the end of the year. That's just the way betting goes for those of you that haven't done it before. So anyway, all right, there are Johnny's picks. There are my picks. That is how we did on our winners, top 10s, top 20s. And that's going to do it for the IndyCarTim solo from the rough today. Johnny was on for about the first 3 minutes before he had to bounce with laptop battery dwindling, disappearing situation issues. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Everybody that commented. I didn't get a chance to get to all of y'all's comments. I appreciate you tuning in. Everybody on the X, everybody on Instagram, as we were on Instagram today on my personal channel. Follow me on Instagram at IndyCarTim. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on, of course, X at IndyCarTim. And then go find Johnny at J Gerber PGA Pro. He is on X at that handle. And then on Instagram, I think it's just J Gerber 72, I believe, on Instagram. Then go find us both on Facebook. Give us a follow. We'll be back on Wednesday to preview the RBC. Johnny, I'll make sure his laptop is charged. I think he's going to be in here studio anyway on Wednesday, but we will preview the RBC, have some fun with it, give everybody Johnny's winning picks for the RBC. And until then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.